Hey friends, welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido. And this week we have a short episode for you, but a very unique one because we're trying something that's completely new to us. And that's camping at an active drive-in movie theater in Henderson, North Carolina. And we're only about 2 hours from showtime, so stay tuned. This episode of Grand Adventure is sponsored by eTrailer.com, where you'll find thousands of products for RVing, towing, camping, outdoor recreation, vehicles, boating, and more. Use the link down below in the video description to shop eTrailer with Grand Adventure. Originally built in 1949 as the Moonglow Outdoor Theater, the Raleigh Road Outdoor Theater in rural Henderson, North Carolina is the oldest of only 6 drive-in movie theaters still operating in the state. They're also a harvest host and allow RV campers to spend the night in the back 2 rows of the theater complex. The theater has been in continuous operation for 75 years, owned for the past 15 years by Mark and Jennifer Frank. They've kept things affordable for local families, presenting a double feature tonight with tickets costing only $10 per adult, and charging very reasonable prices for a full menu of meals and snacks at the theater's concession stand. Folks have started arriving as soon as the gate opened at 6 p.m., even though the first film, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, won't screen until nearly 8 o'clock. Most moviegoers arrive early to have dinner at Raleigh Road. Zoe is more than ready for the double feature. As the sun goes down, things are ready to get underway. We've set our trailer stereo at 90.3 FM to play the movie audio right from our outdoor speakers. It's such a unique experience tonight to enjoy a drive-in movie right from our camp chairs, right on our RV's patio. Many, many thanks to the Franks for allowing us to stay here tonight. We drove here from our last stop at Assateague Island National Seashore, on the Delmarva Peninsula in Maryland. One item from our drive worth noting is the engineering marvel that is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. The CBBT crosses the Chesapeake Bay for 17.6 miles from the Delmarva to Hampton Roads, Virginia, via a series of 4 bridges and a 2-mile causeway, linking man-made islands and 2 1-mile tunnels beneath commercial shipping channels. Both tunnels have a height limit of 13 feet 6 inches. The facility first opened in 1964, following 42 months of construction, replacing ferries that had operated since the 1930s. It carries U.S. Route 13, saving motorists roughly 95 miles and an hour and a half traveling between the Virginia Tidewater and Cape Charles. I've got to tell you a little story about Zoe from when we left the drive-in movie theater. Now, we were the only ones in the entire theater when we woke up on Sunday morning. So as I was packing up and breaking camp, I decided to let Zoe off leash and let her have a little exercise while we were breaking camp. We packed up, got everything hooked up, got the trailer hitched up, got in the truck, and I got about 15 miles down the highway before the thought crossed my mind, I don't remember putting the dog in the truck. So I turned around, looked in the back seat, and much to my horror, no dog. I had, really bad fur parent, forgotten to put the dog in the truck. Now, I pulled off the next exit, parked on the side of the exit ramp. Mrs. Grand Adventure was following behind me in her car, so I left the truck and trailer right there, hopped in her car, and we turned around and sped back the 15 miles to get back to the drive-in movie theater. The whole way back, I was able to know exactly where Zoe is thanks to her Fi dog collar. If you're a dog owner who travels in an RV, this is the best thing ever, because you can see via GPS in real time exactly where your pet is at all times. And I could see that Zoe hadn't left the drive-in movie theater. She was just wandering around. Now, you may remember she's lost her eyesight due to cataract secondary to diabetes. That poor thing probably went back to where she knew the trailer was and no trailer. Well, we got back there and she was obviously very, very happy to see us. This is the Fi collar with the GPS module. As you can see, it is quite small. Dog really doesn't know that it's on there. But you get not only a fitness tracker and a sleep tracker, but you also know at all times where your dog is. It provides incredible peace of mind. If you would like to know more about the Fi dog collar, I'll put a link right here on the screen for you to go back and check out episode 200, which explains the Fi collar and the app, the phone app in detail, so you can consider getting a Fi dog collar for your own pet. As long as this episode is turning into something of a catch-all anyway, I wanted to pause for just a moment to talk about RV tire pressure. Improper inflation is the leading cause of blowouts and other problems you may have with your RV tires as you're rolling down the road. And we are huge proponents of carrying a 12-volt DC compressor rather than a 120-volt AC compressor, because you always have power readily available in your truck, your trailer, or your motorhome. We've had this Viair 88P compressor for going on 15 years or more now. We're huge fans of Viair quality and its specifications. They have quality specifications. This thing is still going strong to maintain our truck and our trailer tire pressures. However, there is a very special version of Viair's 450p RVS compressor available from our video sponsor, eTrailer, with one very snazzy feature. I mentioned that specifications are important. This Viair will deliver up to 150 psi at 1.8 cubic feet per minute. The most important specification in a compressor, though, is duty cycle. And that is how long you can run the compressor before you have to turn it off to let it cool down. This Viair compressor will run up to 1 full hour without having to be turned off to cool down. And it's fully automatic, which means as long as the compressor is only running when you are squeezing this trigger to deliver air. Let go of the trigger, the compressor will turn off automatically without you having to go back and turn off the power switch. It comes with a total of 60 feet of coiled air hose and a long 45-degree chuck for accessing those dually tires. It also comes with a locking 90-degree chuck that you can screw right onto your valve stem. It comes with accessories for inflating your ball or your air mattress while at camp. But this is the most important feature, and it is completely exclusive to eTrailer. And that is this compressor powers by plugging into the 7-way connector on your tow vehicle. You don't have to open the hood to connect this via battery clamps. You don't ever want to use a compressor that uses a cigarette lighter plug because that limits the motor capacity to 10 amps. Instead, this is positioned in a convenient location right between your truck and your trailer while you're rolling down the road to easily use the 60 feet of coiled air hose to air up your truck tires or your trailer tires from a central location. We love Viair compressors for their durability, their reliability, and their performance. And for this one, you can add convenience. It's found a permanent home in our RV, and it may find a permanent home in yours. This is exclusive to our video sponsor, eTrailer. If you would like to learn more, we'll put a clickable link right down below in the video description so you can learn more about this Viair compressor right at eTrailer.com. We hope that you've enjoyed this very unique experience camping at the Raleigh Road Outdoor Theater in Henderson, North Carolina with us. If you like this episode, it is extremely important to us that you give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, that's where you'll find the comments section where we'd love to hear from you each and every week after we premiere a new Grand Adventure episode each and every Wednesday. We'd be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. Now, coming up next week, we're going to be camping on a beautiful Corps of Engineers lake in western North Carolina, right in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So if you're not yet a Grand Adventurer yourself, there is no better time than right now for you to go smash that little subscribe button right down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a Grand Adventure. So until next week from the Blue Ridge Mountains, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.